It is an ancient debate, a classic duality, comedy and tragedy. There is the proverbial banana peel. The one who slips on it has a tragic fall, and the witness can't help but laugh. Are they just different faces out of the same root, as so many have implied? Design, with its mechanical perspective, sees each as unique and separate processes with different origins and only one commonality: fear. Comedy is a survival response and has its origins in the splenic center. This center is the heart of our primary fears, of which the most personal and potent is the very fear for our survival. Being is a life and death experience, and the risks to life and limb for most of human history have been myriad, simply countless. It is this very fear for survival that acted as an engine of awareness. How often has one walked away from a serious accident laughing? The giggling survivor is an ancient response to the cheating of death. It may make the banana peel witness feel ashamed for laughing at someone else's pain, but mechanically it was the correct response. The giggling survivor delighted that it wasn't them. And that right there is so much of the core of laughter. The origin of tragedy, of crying, is the solar plexus center. Tragedy is also a survivor response to the price of the human experiential way. The fear that underlines tragedy is the fear of the fates. Tragedy rides the emotional wave of desire and expectation. To be human is to fail and stumble, as well as to triumph. The one who slips on the peel bemoans their fate and cries out at life's cruelty. The solar plexus system is deeply sensitive to the ordeal of being in a form. What we call comedy and tragedy are mental concepts out of the collective process from the ajna center. In this context, comedy is logical and tragedy is abstract. What is important to grasp is that the splenic beings are more likely to find humor in their life experiences, whereas the solar plexus beings are more likely to take life experience seriously. And there is no moral distinction here. Splenic beings tend to see emotional beings as being too serious, and emotional beings see splenic beings as being indifferent and preaching to the other. It is an old joke that will only fade when the solar plexus is transformed in the coming centuries, when the experiential way is endowed with awareness. And so that was Ra Uru Hu, and this is Ian. The awareness of the solar plexus. Our own potential for awareness over the drama of life, the comedy and the tragedy. You know, my favorite perspective on comedy and tragedy is a simple distinction, and that the only difference between a comedy and a tragedy as stories is that in the tragedy, our hero is crushed. Our hero succumbs to their vices, to their suffering. They live their suffering. But in a comedy, the hero rises above their vices. They rise above their suffering. They see the humor in it all. And so Consider this just a reminder to see the humor in your life, and don't let what you think draw you into suffering, for it's simply not necessary. Your life can be a beautiful, humorous, enjoyable experience, and don't let anyone take that away from you. I hope you're having a good day. Take care. Bye for now.